Happy freaking Saturday. I almost said Wednesday. Almost. You almost got me. But no, it is in fact Saturday, and we're live. And if I seem tired, it's because I am. I worked a half day at my day job today, and I tried to tell him, I was like, listen, you know what? The live stream is more important than this. They didn't really believe me. So I worked a half day. It was just a half day though. I have to do that like once a month. The thing is that it leaves me like drained to my core. Working on a Saturday does that. And I don't think that it's like the extra time. Like I get it. I think that it's 100% the mental acceptance that you are working during a time when people are, for the most part, not. So here I am, guys. I feel like it's been a long day already, but we are back. We're going to talk knives. We're going to go over some stuff. I tried to give you more free cookie emojis, but YouTube said no, the file size is too large. Whatever that means. Apparently, it can be too big. Regardless, I see that we've got some people in the chat, and we're going to do some shout outs. Now, I will say this for the sake of anybody watching on replay. There have been reports recently that the live replay for the chat, the live chat replay, so people can actually see what was put in the chat, has not been working. Now, I had it set for the longest time to automatically replay the live chat. So anytime somebody watches, they could see what was in the chat. And it's not just my channel. I feel like it's everybody's channel. YouTube made an update, and now I can't find the live chat replay anywhere. It's not just on mine. It's not just a setting. So if you're watching this later, I'm sorry. It's not my choice to get rid of the live replay. That is 100% on YouTube. It's their fault. I will effectively pass the buck. With all of that being said, I have started doing live chat highlights. So whenever I read someone's chat out loud, I will try to bring it up on the screen. So at the very least, people can see what was said and what I'm talking about. I do have options. I could, in fact, put the live chat on the screen. People have told me that they don't like that, so I haven't done it. But it might be something that we move into, depending upon what everybody wants. If you want to see the live chat on the screen, I could probably make that happen too. So, hey, before we get into it, shout out to Chris229, member for 2 months. And boom, there we go. He says, noob question maybe, but why the 7 of diamonds? So I was filming B-roll for the intro, and I was like, I wonder if I can get the cards to do something. And I was actually trying to do something completely different. And I was trying to shuffle it back and forth between the hands. Some people could do some really cool card tricks. I have poor dexterity in my fingers. People ask me all the time why I do like the knife flipping and stuff on video. It's because I'm constantly practicing my dexterity. Anyways, so 7 is a lucky number. And I was trying to get it to do something else entirely. And so I was shuffling it, and that card flipped, and it was a lucky flip, and it's lucky number 7. So the number 7 doesn't have any kind of specific meaning to me other than it's considered a lucky number, and I can never recreate it. I've tried to recreate it, but doing a one-handed shuffle and getting it to pop a certain card is not something that these sausage fingers can do very well. That isn't to say that I didn't think it was cool, and so it ended up in my intro video. But Chris, thank you for being a channel member for 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate it, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, we're going to get it popping. Anyways, let me pull up the chat on my end so that I can highlight some stuff on the screen. We got people piling in, and we're going to say hello to everyone. First and foremost, shout out to Marco. First person in the chat, aside from me. Thank you, Marco. Love the exploding cookie head emoji. That's one of my favorites. Jim Miller says, we're waiting. You know, I try not to keep people waiting, but there is a certain amount of setup that has to happen before every live stream. And so that's typically what I do for the first 30 minutes before I go live, is I try to make sure that the live stream works, because it sucks when you just hop in and you're like, hey, everybody, and then you find out that nobody can hear you talking. Or that your music is so loud that people are just annoyed. So I try to use like 30 minutes before I go live to make sure that the stream is at least functioning on a basic level. Hey, welcome into Hey Man, good to see you. Welcome into Caleb Hale. Of course, I already said hi to Chris229. Chris, thanks for being a channel member, brother. Oh, yeah. We appreciate it. And I'm scrolling. We're scrolling. Hey, shout out to Ward918, channel member. Thanks for being a channel member, Ward. We appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Welcome into Humphrey Chimpton, another channel member in the house. The channel members are starting to pile in. And man, the chat just scrolled all the way down in time for me to see Bluminati Ninja with the 5 gifted memberships.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Blue, you're my boy, Blue. Thank you, man. We appreciate the generosity. Shout out to Lone Star Talboy. He says, "What would pirates do with the telephone? Make a booty call." That's kind of a dirty dad joke, but I approve 100%. All right, I'm going to scroll back up because I know I miss people, and I hate doing that. Hey, how's it going, Mark Parts?
Badass.
Thanks for being a channel member. We appreciate you. Delaney in the house as well, another channel member. Joe Isabella's in here as well. Jim Miller says, YouTube updated March 4th, been borked since. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube, like they had a roundtable meeting at YouTube and they're like, you know what people really want? They want to not be able to see the live replay, the live chat replay. That'll get them to tune into those live streams. Like, I'm sorry, who approved this? It bothers me. It bothers me why they thought that was a good idea. Lone Star says, chat drama, cannot see all the troll comments. I know. You know, and it makes me a very sad panda. But, you know, somebody mentioned it in on the replay of my last live. And they're like, hey, could you put the live chat replay up? It used to be an option. And I, by default, had that option selected as yes. In fact, YouTube used to have it be an auto option default selected to yes. And so, like, I started looking back. And for a while now, like last several live streams, there have been no live chat replays. So for those of you watching this later, I am sorry. It is not my choice. Blame YouTube. We're just gonna throw that out there. Just blame YouTube. All right. Marco says the evidence gets deleted. You know, what happens on the live stream stays on the live stream, kind of. Maybe. It's not Vegas. It is not Vegas. All right. And by the way, shout out to Barbarian Brawny.
Certified badass.
Man, I see him in the chat. He was just gifted a membership. Troy N was gifted a membership. Jared Strasbaugh was, and I apologize if I get these names wrong. I'm just doing my best. Jared Midnight and Sharp Spoon, all gifted memberships. Welcome in, guys. Feel free to head on over to the community tab for the channel on the live stream. I've got a members only Discord invite link. Feel free to use it. Join the members only Discord, which, you know what? Maybe that's a good segue. Let's do this. Boom. See, the very last thing I did was creating the Discord invite link. And we've got people piling in for the pocket checks. See that 10 times fast. People piling in for pocket checks. All right. So as you can see, we have a good time in here. We've got about 50 people in the members only Discord. You don't have to remain a member to join in the Discord fun. And let's see what was in everybody's pocket. I'll go first. I'll break the ice. Why not? This one was released last year. This is a first run version of the Riot XOM. And I love this knife. Like, I know that since this run, they came out with versions that had LMAX. They came out with versions that had, carbon fiber. This is just the black micarta version with the 3V. And you know what? I have not been able to find this specific version. Again, like, you see a lot of the ones with the G Mascus, but the black micarta and the 3V, you don't see them. Anyways, I've been considering the micarta on here is getting pretty beat up. I don't know what was in my pocket one day, but like the front micarta scale on here is looking pretty rough. And it's not like a regular wear patina. It's like there was something abrasive that just like dug little holes. Like somebody took a knife and stabbed the micarta. And I don't know why they did that. I must have a pocket gnome or something, but I've been thinking about getting some different custom inlays for this bad boy. We'll see. Maybe we'll check it out on the live stream. Anyways, that's what's in my pocket today. It's a good one. Absolutely love this guy. Fantastic carry knife. At one point, I carried this knife for 30 whole days. It was the only thing in my pocket, and I had absolutely no regrets. Very, very fun to carry, and it left me satisfied. It's one of those that I still carry. I carry everything. All right. So let's see what people are carrying today. Barbarian Brawny, oh, man, I say it every live stream. He's got the best EDC pictures. Look at that. Look at that. That is the it's a Sparrow design concept Baku. That's what it's called. It's the Sparrow Baku concept Baku, designed by Sparrow Knife Works. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, Brawny. The Night's Edge. Shout out to him. He had his first live stream today. You know what? And I don't know if he's on right now or not. But shout out to the Night's Edge. Super successful first live stream. He was killing it. Absolutely crushing it. This is the new Devo Pony Stout, the premium version with the titanium scales. Love this knife. Absolutely love it. Mark P's got the Kunwu Padre. It's one of those knives that I need to get my hands on. Kunwu does some really good stuff. And if you're going to go with an Asian manufacturer or an Asian retailer or whatever, Kunwu does some exceedingly good work. Their heat treat, if you are a heat treat freak like me, Kunwu is killing the game with that. They heat treat their LMAX to like 60 to 62. Their Vanax is heat treated upwards of like 62, which is really, really difficult for people to do. It's one of the reasons why you don't see a whole lot of Vanax out there. And when you do, it's always special. The Night's Edge also got this guy. Nice. That's a Finch something or other. Here we go. Rollshambo misidentifies knives for 15 minutes. No one's actually clapping. That's why I need the sound effect. All right. Jim Miller is coming in hot with the CDC Salem, the Tanto Hansen, and the Salvation. That's a whole lot of crispy donut community right there. Guys, and for those of you who are interested in the latest crispy donut community release, the Outbreak, the titanium premium CDC knife, everybody's checking it out. They are almost funded.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. So good to see the boys over at the CDC getting some work done, and they are almost funded on that one. So that is fantastic. Let's see. All right. I think we're caught up. Yeah, I think we're caught up. Why not? I'm sure you guys will challenge me in the chat if I miss something or if I misidentify something. But I've neglected the chat for far too long, so let's go ahead and check it out. Jay Korskinen says, I cannot talk Supersteel. I'm Batman. Hey, welcome into Thomas McDonald. Thanks for being a channel member. Delaney says, Bluminati fires one across the bow. Yes. Yes, he does. Hey, welcome into Todd Carr. Good to see you, man. All right. I'm just going to skip down. If I've missed you, I apologize. How's it going, Kevin C? Thanks for being a channel member. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. So if I miss something up there, just type it in the chat once again. Joseph Jones says, yeah, I noticed that also. Thought you all just didn't want to post lives anymore. No, it's the live chat replay is gone. Or if you can get it, YouTube's done a phenomenal job of hiding it. Screw them. I'm just going to, highlight the chat anyways. Joseph Jones says, I've wanted one of those Exo knives, but never pulled the trigger for one reason or another. Yeah, they're surprisingly good as a carry knife. Some people see these as a bit of a gimmick. I love it. I love it because it's easy to deploy. It's easy to put away. The M version has the lock on it. Although I think even the newer versions of the regular Exo might actually have the lock too. You can get it in LMAX. And if you don't like the inlay, like this is what gets me. People are like, well, I don't like Gmascus. I want the LMAX, but I don't like Gmascus. Guys, you can actually go to a place like High Grain Designs. I'll show you. You can go to High Grain Designs and High Grain Designs. We'll just do a search. Why not? High Grain Designs. And you can get stuff like a Raptor inlay, leather, carbon fiber. It's crazy. And this is not the only place that does it, but High Grain does some exceedingly good work. Like, check this out. Check it out. $120 gets you lizard skin inlays. I mean, come on. That picture looks good too. That one looks like Barbarian Brawny took that photo. That looks great. Is it real lizard skin? Lithered. Is it real lizard skin? Maybe. I think so. But you know what? So there's no point to deciding to skip out because you don't like the inlay. Get the blade steel that you want on this and then go to a place like High Grain Designs and really make it your own. I love doing stuff like that. It tickles me. Let's see, XOM. What other inlays do they have? Let's dive deep. The African goat inlay. Yeah. That looks like some premium leather. Looks good. Looking good. That one's $75, so a little bit more reasonable on the price. I don't know, maybe lizard skin is just super expensive. I never really thought about that. I mean, you could always just go over to Florida. I know that they have a bit of a lizard problem there. Let's see. You get burl inlays. What does the burl look like? And why is it purple? They must have screwed up the listing for that. That does not look like burl. That looks like purple haze fat carbon with some 80s camo carbon in the background. That's not burl. Maybe it is. Maybe I just don't know any better, and burl is naturally purple. What else? The Dollaro Veg tan leather inlays. Yeah, that looks classy. Really class up your XOM. But they've got options. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no need to stick it out with, the regular inlays. If you want to make it yours, you absolutely can. They've got camo carbon inlays. There we go. See, that's the same picture. Same picture. Yeah, that looks good. What about the colors? USA camo. That's going to be red, white, and blue. Joker camo. That's going to be green and purple. That actually kind of looks sick. Timascus camo. That also looks pretty good. Tangerine camo. Not feeling it. Red camo. 80s camo. There we go. That's what those are right there. Those are the 80s. That is not 80s. That is 80s. Nice. All right. Lone Star Cowboy says, I like the craftsmanships on the XO, but wonder if it feels blocky in hand. I mean, I would say this. Nice. I would say this. If you don't like the way that an OTF knife feels in hand, like an ultratech, you're not going to like the way that this feels in hand. I mean, it's a rectangular cube is what it is. Now, they have knocked down the corners on here, so it's not like it's sharp 90-degree corners. You know, they are knocked down and chamfered over. I don't think that it's uncomfortable, but it's a very basic design. You do get some of this like jimping here on the back. What bothers a lot of people is that if you don't have a firm grip on it, you can actually hear the blade rattle. But you tighten up the grip and there's no blade rattle. That rattle has to be there for the knife to operate accurately and correctly. But for me, for my purposes, the lock has never failed me. I've never had any concerns. It's been good. It's been really good. I like it. I think that everyone should at least try one. Hold on. I got to mess with the camera. There we go. Joseph Jones says they've been taking lessons from Barbarian. I hope he charged them. I hope he was like, listen, I'll give you the photo gold, but it's going to cost you. KP 213 says, I just ordered the Lava Flow Fat Carbon for my XOM from High Grain. Nice. Love to see it. Scott Brew 72 says, mine has marbled carbon fiber and LMAX blade. Nice. I bet it looks fantastic. I know Crane's Cutlery did some really, really cool ones with, I believe it was fat carbon fiber. Craig Vincent, welcome in, brother. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, howdy, folks. Finally caught a Saturday live. It's good to see you. And, enjoy the live chat while it's here, because it won't be here on the replay. We just spent a lot of time talking about that. All right. Hey, man, thanks for joining in, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop. Joseph Jones says, Butterfingers, you saw nothing. It was fully intentional. I caught it. Nothing was stabbed this time. Jim Miller says, doing his Casey imitation. You know what? Casey's a good dude. If there's a person that ain't too shabby to imitate, there's worse people I could be imitating. Alrighty. What do we got going on here? Lone Star says, Spyderco knives are best for Butterfingers. Spyderco. Yeah. That's what I get for fooling around. I could mess with this all day, wouldn't drop it once. The moment I get on the live stream, it's over. Anyways. So you know what depressed me today? So we all have, like, I feel like most people have a list of knives where they're like, I need to get this knife. And I know I do. One of the knives at the top of the list is the Chris Reeve Umnumzon. And I like it for a multitude of reasons. It's less expensive than the Sebenza. The blade shape looks cooler. It's just a really clean design. And I have notifications set up. And it's the first time I've ever seen White Mountain knives actually like do a drop. But I didn't have any money. Yeah, I'm at a weird point for the channel income right now. I did not have the money for it, and it dropped, and it was available for 2 hours this morning. 2 whole hours. I counted. And I looked at it. They didn't allow anybody to do any channel discounts for it, which is a bummer. But White Mountain Knives also doesn't charge sales tax. So if you're going to buy one, that's a great place to buy it, because even if their agreement with Chris Reeve Knives doesn't allow them to put the discounts on those knives, You don't pay tax, and tax on a $500 plus knife isn't bad. That you're saving a decent amount of money plus free shipping. So tax plus free shipping, it's like you're saving yourself 20 or 30 bucks anyways. And I had to watch as it sat there for 2 whole hours. Had I had the cash, it would be on the way, but it wasn't in the cards. I wonder, did anybody in the live stream chat actually see that or get a chance to order that? I'll show you the one that it was. It was the Umnum Zahn. It was the Tonto version. And it broke my heart because that's the one that I wanted. Tanto version, Tonto. MagnaCut, $500. They're gone now. But for 2 hours this morning, it was available. I don't know how many they had, probably not many, but it was in fact available, and now it's gone, which is a damn shame. Jim Miller says, did that several times, Rollshambo. Great knives, but no money. I'll say this. Half the fun is the chase, right? If you had everything on your list, you might as well just shut it down. Shut down the shop. Do something else. Lone Star Towboy says, Umnumzan means boss in Zulu. Yep, I heard that. All right. Joseph Jones says, should have hit up the wife for a loan. Yeah, she wouldn't do that. And he follows it up by saying, tell her you're going to work it off. She got a secret stash you don't know about. I doubt it. That's there's a lot of things that we need. Unfortunately, need is a very strong word for any knife additions for me right now. Like I've got 40, 50, 60 knives. I don't need any knives. Need is not why I get them. I get them because I'm an enthusiast. I like showing them on the channel, and I want to. But I'm trying to be smarter with my cash this year. I'm trying not to, go into to credit debt. I'm trying to make sure that I'm practicing good financial decisions. Saving up the cash, having it ready so that when I see something like an Umnumzan drop, that I can actually just buy it outright. So it was tough. I saw it drop and I had to let it go, but it was healthy, right? They say if you love something, let it go and it'll come back to you. Well, I let it go. I really hope it comes back because these are like never available. Broken heart. Delaney says Potanto, Tanto. Either way, sounds good. Jim Miller says 50 to 60. Those are rookie numbers. I had more. I've done several small little knife sales since December. And that's been keeping it honest. If I have too many, a good amount of them don't get carried. And then it's just like they're sitting there taking up space. Bluminati Ninja says, smart financial decision. What are those? It's something that I'm working on. I'm not successful there yet. All right. Lone Star Towboy says, tomorrow is election day in Turkey. Only 26 parties on the ballot this time. Do not know who represents the Ministry of Religion. Neither do I. I have no idea. Hey, welcome into James Alton. James, if I missed you in the chat, I'm sorry, brother. Thanks for being a channel member. We appreciate you, and welcome in. All right. Jim says 260, but I've been collecting for over 50 years. Yeah, you've got a bit of a head start on me. I could have quite a few knives if I didn't sell them. For me, it's a matter of not having enough space, and I get depressed when I see awesome knives sit that I'm just not going to have the opportunity to carry because there's too many of them. if you go up to a non-knife person, someone that might, buy a pocket knife every time they go camping from their local Ace Hardware. If you go up to somebody and say, how many knives do you think is a lot of knives to own? And if you were to tell them you had 40 or 50 or 60, they'd probably think you were a psychopath. But here in the knife community, we're like, oh, those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those up. Oh, it kills me, man. It kills me. Lone Star says, trivia question of the day. Who can name one of the knives behind Buddha in my avatar? One of them is a Kershaw Lucha. I'm pretty sure. And the other one, I think, is a benchmade something or other. I hope I'm right. Hey, welcome in Midnight. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, hello, Rollshambo and Knife Fam. Thank you for whoever gifted me a membership. That would be my man, Bluminati Ninja. Shout out to him. Super generous. Always making sure that everyone has a chance to be a channel member if they want. So thank you, Blue. And that's who you would thank. Jason says, I'm down to 31. Had to sell some. I get it. I'll say this, it is kind of sobering to go through your knife collection and sell like half of them. I've done multiple sales since I started the channel, and many times it's just so I can have extra money to buy more knives. Sometimes it's to get, better camera lenses or lighting, or one time, some of you might remember, but at one point in time, my live streams were not reliable at all. We'd be halfway through a live stream and they would just crash because my computer was overheating, and then eventually it caught fire and I had to rebuild it. It's good stuff. Oh man. All right, hold on. I got to make sure that my chat highlight thing is working. What? No way. No way. Shout out to the Night's Edge for gifting 5 channel memberships.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks for your generosity, and congrats again on a super successful first live stream. It was awesome seeing you do your thing on there, and also seeing people come in to support the channel. That was pretty sweet. And welcome into the new connoisseurs and collectors of all things sharp and shiny. Some of you are new. Some of you have been here before. I see, for example, Edgy American lurking in the background. He got a gifted membership. You can't hide from me, Shane. The gifted memberships will find you. But thank you again so much to the Night's Edge and to Bluminati Ninja for gifting the memberships. We definitely appreciate it, fellas. And LCV Blade says, I just got here, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Welcome in. Craig says, Bo, I know you like kitchen knives. Hot tip, Ontario. How do you say that? All right. I'm going to get closer to the screen. He says, hot tip, Ontario Agilite chef knife in 14C, a $15 unrefined laser beam at Chicago Knife Works. I'll have to check that out. I do like good chef knives. I mean, I only have 2 chef knives that are not from Target. The one that Craig gave me, he gave me an awesome Tucson chef's knife, which I've been babying. I keep it in the case. I pull it out when I'm about to do steak or some serious chopping, and then I got another one. But other than those 2, all of my chef knives are from Target. Yeah. I need to improve my chef knife game. All right. The Night's Edge says, y'all like the live, or the Easter Bunny gonna get hit by a bus before hiding them eggs? Yeah. Don't do it for me. Do it for the Easter Bunny. Think of the children. Do it for the children. Smack that like button. Give it a piece of your mind. All right. While we're here, we might as well see. See what's new. What is new over at White Mountain Knives? Is there anything that we need to be aware of? Trying to find something interesting. Hey, welcome into Crazy Roach. Good to see you, man. All right. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody in the pocket checks. Guys, if you want to the 10 new connoisseurs and collectors, as a channel member, you have the ability to go over and join the members only Discord. It's a chat. You can get things like the Steel Snobs Steel comparison rating sheet that I put together. You can hang out and chat. You can post pictures of your pocket check and get it featured on the live stream. It's a good time, and you only have to be a member to see the invite link afterwards. You can actually stay in there permanently if you want. So far, I'm not seeing anything that's a real standout here. What if we go on over to DLT? Ooh, they've got a Demco sale. $70 off the Demco 80 20.5 Tonto. So now is the time to buy one if you want one. Damn. $70 off. Look, you can finally get one for a reasonable price. I'm just kidding. A knife is worth whatever you're willing to pay for it. That's economics 101. But for example, 119, that's much closer to what it should have been from the start. The demand has been met, and now we're seeing prices go down. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not seeing a whole lot as far as drops, though. Gunslinger Jack, those are still available. You can get one with the Nebula Fat Carbon, or you can get a Midnight Jack, Sharpshooter Jack. Yeah. All right, so nothing super impressive there. What about, let's go check out our friends over at Blade Runner HQ. Let's see. All right, new products. They got a bevy of microtech stitches. They've got some Heretic OTFs. I just did a video on 3 knives from their inventory. And you know what? Biggest surprise out of all of them is this Beans Blade Mini Warrior. The first time I saw this on their website, I thought that this was going to basically be a folding pry bar, but the edge and blade geometry on here is surprisingly good. And the action is really, really silky smooth. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Gator Aaron with the 10 gifted memberships. Damn. Aaron, thank you, brother. Everybody's a channel member today, baby. Thanks, Aaron. We appreciate you, man. And welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member, but also a channel moderator. It's official. We got to clean up our act. Got to act right. Channel mods in the house. What's up, Aaron? And welcome into the new connoisseurs and collectors. Oh man, I gotta catch up to this chat. Hold on. Thank you, Gator Aaron. We definitely appreciate it, brother. He says, a few more drinks and kicking the kids out, and we'll see where it takes us. Things are about to get crazy. Jason says, have you seen the new Scarab in natural titanium color? I have not. The new Microtech Scarab in the natural titanium. Let's see. Is it on this website? They've got the new Combat Troodon. Those are cool. They've got the new Microtech Cypher, the Microtech Cypher 2. This one's a partial serrated. They've got the Amphibian. They've got the UTX 85 Hellhound. Those are pretty cool. I probably have to go for a full-size one. One of these days, I'm going to pull the trigger on a ProTech Godfather. This has been a knife that I've wanted to get my hands on for forever. And they're not super expensive either. American-made knife, $240, ProTech Action. They're great. What? Bluminati Ninja coming in hot with 5 more gifted memberships. I don't even know. I don't know what to do. You guys are crazy, man. Thank you. You're my boy, Blue. I appreciate your generosity. Between you and Gator Aaron, the Night's Edge, you guys are absolutely killing it on a Saturday. Thank you, fellas.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
We appreciate it. And welcome in and welcome back to the connoisseurs and collectors. All right. I'm just trying to keep up with everything that's going on. Midnight says Chicago Knife Works has a few Bradford Guardian 3s for about $115 right now. M390. Not bad. That ain't bad at all. That is not bad. The Night's Itch says, Rollshambo, I've got a complaint. Even though my knife budget is past being blown for the month/season, for some reason in my DLT car sits an LUDT. Look, I have no regrets on this knife. This is the first knife that I've said that this year is one of my knife of the year contenders. It's been dominating my pocket. It's been my most carried knife of this last month. Pocket dominator. The upgrades that they've made have made this knife fantastic, and I can't even hate on it at all. Some people will complain about the potential for like 59 or 60 HRC on this M390, but the blade geometry is so good, it's so thin that is actually going to carry some heavy weight with this knife, because blade geometry is far more important for edge retention than HRC. So I love this knife. This is the knife that I was originally planning on getting and then selling. I just wanted to get it long enough to review it. And after I got it, well, I'm not selling it. Congratulations on the LUDT if you pull the trigger. Joseph Jones says, I have the Godson. I need that Godfather to go along with it. The stiletto type knives are really attractive to me, and I have no idea why I'm so drawn to them. They're not like super utilitarian. I mean, unless you're part of the good fellas. Mega influencer, bright. I'm not an influencer. You know, the funny thing is, the more I say that, the less people believe it. I just have to stop saying it. He says, okay, that's enough. Put it back out of camera view. I'm telling you, man. Zero regrets on this. Zero. And I don't even typically like out the side automatics. But this one pushed my buttons. It's really good. Hey, welcome into Dion Page.
Certified badass.
Thanks for being a channel member, Dion.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate you, brother. He says, hello, knife friends. And welcome into Neil McKenzie. And welcome into I'm Me. All right. So I've got to do something. I'm going to drop a new emoji live. During the live stream, there will be a new emoji, and I'm curious to see if people can actually use it in the live stream. So hold on. I've got to make it small enough because YouTube keeps telling me that it's too big. So I need to reduce the size. So hang on. We're going to drop a new members emoji during the live stream in honor of all the new channel members. All right. And gotta make sure that it's not going to tick off YouTube this time. All right, and okay. So I've reduced the size so they can stop complaining at me now. And we're going to go ahead and upload this bad boy. So hold the phone. There will be a new channel emoji here soon. And I'm really interested to see if anybody can actually use it. Can you use it during the live? We'll find out. All right, come on. Add emoji. This one's going to be called the free cookie emoji. I keep making free cookie promises, so I got to add it in there. All right. All right. The free cookie emoji is live. I think it's live. I think it's live. You know what? Here's a good way to check it out. But first, Bluminati Ninja with another 5 gifted memberships. What? You guys. Thanks, Blue. Oh my goodness. Everybody's a channel member today. Everyone gets a chance to check out the new channel member emoji. If it's even going to show up, is it going to show up? Okay. Just to show you, I'm not full of it. I actually did upload. No, it's in the chat now. All right. All right. It's in the chat. Perfect. That's the free cookies emoji. I promised you cookies. We're delivering the goods. I don't know which one's my favorite. We're going to do more cookie emojis. Why not? It's a knife channel. Let's do cookie emojis. All right. And all right. Hey, and shout out to Neil McKenzie for being a channel member for 3 months. Neil says, I want a Rollshambo t-shirt. We could do that. We can come out with some t-shirts. I didn't know if there was going to be anybody that wanted one or not. Just need to figure out what they're going to look like. But we can do that. We can come out with some t-shirts. The Night's Edge says, Blue and Gator up in here like Oprah. You get a Shambo and you get a Shambo. Everybody gets a Shambo. You've been Rollshamboed. What does it mean? Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. All right. Hey, welcome in to Charles Wooden. Wooden. Charles, thanks for joining in. And thanks for being a channel member. Hey, welcome into Ginger Fisher 75. That's the free cookies emoji. I'm all about the free cookies here. What a crazy day. I'll tell you what, for a minute there, like my Saturday was making me feel pretty tired. And you guys, like nobody gets me hyped like you guys. So for that, I definitely appreciate it. 100%. Thank you so much, everybody. Edgy says, me with knives doing well. Thanks. I missed out on an entire conversation. I'm glad that you're doing well, Ed. Glad to hear that you are doing well. All right. Welcome into Ginger Fisher and Charles. I think I said hey. I think so. Let's see. Lone Star says, if the cookies taste like poop, turn it over for the correct flavor. Double-sided. Why not? All right. I've heard you guys loud and clear. I will work on some t-shirt designs. I'll try not to make them obnoxious. You know, I'll try to make t-shirts that people would actually want to wear. Every time I think I have a good t-shirt design, I look at it the next day. I'm like, that is too obnoxious. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll try to come out with something that people actually want and make sure that it's quality. And then if you want one, you'll be able to get one. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Blade Runner HQ is actually trying to clear out some inventory. So I've got a 20% off code. If you use code SHAMBO, that's SHAMBO, it'll work on Wii, it'll work on Riot, it'll work on Paragon. So for example, check this out. Let's say that you decide that you want the Paragon Crazer gravity knife. You could essentially save yourself $76. You could get that bad boy for about, what is that, $309? $76? Come on. Or if you wanted to get the Paragon Phoenix X, the Gen 2, normally that's $375. You could get it 20% off, so you get it for $75. $75 off. So you get it for $300 flat. That's pretty sweet. But I am curious, what do they have? Because I know they've been selling some stuff. Here you go. If you want a Riot XOM, you could of course take $56 off of this guy and get it for what is essentially $230? Or if you want one of the Riot XO Karambits, people love playing with those. So you could actually get a really good deal on one of these Riots. Use code SHAMBO at Blade Runner HQ. I don't get anything when you do that. I'm making sure that people know so that if they want something like a Riot XOM, you have an opportunity to get one for a really good price. What about Wii knives? Wii knives. Are they all sold out of Wii knives? They might be. They might be all sold out. They had some when they gave me that code initially, but maybe people bought them all. All right. Ginger Fisher says, well, back to vacay. Y'all stay sharp. Hey, man, thanks for dropping by on a Saturday. Enjoy your vacation. We'll catch you on the flip side. The Night Edge says that S90V is badass on this pony stout. S90V is such a good blade steel. It is fantastic. A non-lit light bulb emoji is definitely going to be on my list. Joseph Jones says a t-shirt with a cookie. What kind of cookie? Chocolate chip? If it's oatmeal, there can be no raisins. Raisins on cookies are blasphemy. All right. Me with Knives says, is the paraframe on there? Like the Gerber paraframe? Let's see. Paraframe. Not a tostada. No paraframe on Blade Runner HQ. Thank you, man. Hey, 20% off is nothing to sneeze at, especially when you're looking at a knife that's like $200, $300, $400. That adds up quickly. 20% off of a $300 knife is $60. You could fill up your big old truck with gas. Maybe. I take that back. Some truck gas tanks are super expensive to fill, but you could get you could take your significant other out on a date, go to a nice movie, actually buy snacks at the movie theater. Whatever you do, you could do something with it. All right. Hold on. Delaney says, I have the XOK for no particular reason. Because they're fun to play with and because you get two of them and one of them won't cut your arm off. Danger is fun. A dollar store cookie would be appropriate since that's the only ones I can afford after tapping add to cart. Tasty cakes. Lone Star says, Drama Queen carries something befitting a royal gentleman, I dare say. Yeah, Riyadh XOK. That sounds about right. Hey, shout out to Kaleidoscope of Knives. What's up, brother? Thanks for joining in. He says, think my next will be an S90V. Still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, S90V is great. At about 60 to 61 HRC, S90V will outperform M390 at the same HRC. It'll outperform MagnaCut as far as wear resistance at 63 or 64. If it's well done and you don't need the toughest knife steel in the world, S90V is seriously decent. I like LMAX, my Sin and Nimble are in it. Are S90V and LMAX similar? S90V is going to have far greater edge retention or wear resistance than LMAX. You know what we haven't done? I'll show you. I'll bring it up. I'll use the Steel Snobs comparison sheet. So that's what I'm doing in the background right now. I'm pulling it up. If you want, you can actually go to the Discord, go to the Steel Snobs channel, and you can download this comparison sheet as a channel member. I'll show you right here. Go to Steel Snobs. You can compare any steels you want, and that is Dr. Laren Thomas's knife steel ratings. I just made it sortable so you can actually compare multiple steels at the same time. Hold on. I'm pulling up the sheet. Bam. Okay. So you wanted to see S90V and let's see, S90V and LMAX. LMAX and S90V. All right. Boom. Okay. So here's the comparison. LMAX has a toughness rating of 4. S90V has a toughness rating of 3.5. So it's rated to have slightly better toughness than S90V. However, LMAX has an edge retention rating of 5.5 and S90V has an edge retention rating of 9. So, LMAX is going to have slightly higher corrosion resistance and toughness by a marginal amount, but S90V is going to have almost twice as much. That's not a good way to say it. It's rated almost twice as good as LMAX. That's the way it is. S90V has an edge retention rating of 9. LMAX has an edge retention rating of 5.5. LMAX is going to be very similar to M390, but what I found is that I typically don't have an issue finding companies that can heat treat LMAX to 60 to 62. Meanwhile, getting companies to heat treat M390 to 60 to 62 is like pulling teeth. S90V at 61 HRC is going to far outperform LMAX at 62 or M390 at 62 or MagnaCut at 64. It's just one of those steels that is insanely good at wear resistance. It's also a stainless steel and it's not terribly brittle. It has about the same level of toughness as M390. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Both are good steels. I love some good LMAX. Don't get me wrong. S90V is my boo. When it comes down to my favorite carry steels, S90V is at the top of the list. I love well done S90V. But now you know. All right. And this whole time I went off on a tangent. You asked Jim. I'll let Jim answer for himself. All right, guys. I'm going to turn down the music. We are reaching the end of the live stream hour, and I wanted to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who gifted memberships today. Damn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome into all the new channel members. Now, important announcement before we end the live stream. We have recently hit 7,000 subscribers. And so, what that means is that during the next live stream, which is happening at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so that's 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, we will be doing the 7K giveaway. A huge shout out to Blade Runner HQ. They supplied a ton of swag, stuff like this, like their Hanks. So we've got a couple of those. We'll try to do a couple different prize packs for the giveaway. It's just my way of saying thank you for all of you guys supporting the channel and riding with the channel to 7,000 subscribers. That is absolutely fantastic. I never thought that I would get here so soon. And I continue to look forward to growing as we progress. By the end of the year, it's going to be 10K. It's going to be 20K. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that I'll be right here hanging out with you guys every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Guys, I hope to see you during the giveaway next Wednesday. If not, I totally understand. So for some of you guys, I'll see you soon. For everybody else, I'll see you later.